Another Friday and another JoeLumb movie review. I'm JoeLumb. As always, when you're done watching this video, feel free to check out my movie review playlist. The link is on the top right corner at the beginning of this video. And at the end of this video will also be a link to my previous movie review on the top left corner. Please subscribe to my channel, smash the like button, and click the notification bell for whenever a new video comes out. Batman Forever is a superhero film based on the DC Comics character of Batman created by Bob Kane. It's the third installment of the Batman film series, acting as a standalone sequel to Batman Returns, directed by Lost Boys director Joel Schumacher. By the way, that movie review is in the archives, you can check it out yourself. And produced by Tim Burton, the director of the first two Batman films, along with Peter McGregor Scott, based on a screenplay put together by the husband and wife duo of Lee and Janet Scott Batchelor. In this film, Batman is played by Val Kilmer, replacing Michael Keaton. Must prevent the Riddler, played by Jim Carrey, and Two-Face, played by Tommy Lee Jones, from exposing his secret identity and extracting information from the minds of Gotham City's residents, while at the same time navigates his feelings towards a criminal psychologist named Dr. Chase Meridian, played by Nicole Kidman, and adopting an orphaned acrobat, Dick Grayson / Robin, played by Chris O'Donnell, who would not only become his partner in crime fighting, but his best friend. After Batman Returns came out in '92 with financial success and generally favorable reviews, Warner Brothers were disappointed with its box office run, having made $150 million less than the first film. That film was deemed too dark and inappropriate for kids that McDonald's had recalled their Happy Meal tie-in. And because of that, Warner Brothers were not interested in Tim Burton's return as a director, which led to a mutual parting of the ways. However, Burton stuck around as co-producer of the third Batman film. So the film studio went to Joel Schumacher about directing the third Batman movie, and with Burton's approval, Schumacher accepted the job. The husband and wife team of Lee and Janet Scott Batchelor wrote the story after they got hired on by the studio, and then Akiva Goldsman came in, structured the screenplay to the satisfaction of director Joel Schumacher. Goldsman and Schumacher worked together in the 1994 film The Client, in which also starred Tommy Lee Jones. Schumacher mostly drew inspiration from the Batman comics of the 60s, the Dick Sprang era, while eschewed the dark dystopian atmosphere of the Tim Burton films. Former Gotham City District Attorney, now villain, Harvey Two-Face Dent wants revenge on Batman after he failed to protect him, after he got disfigured when acid got thrown half of his face at the hands of a mobster named Sal Maroni. Then Edward Nygma, who worked for Wayne Enterprises, had approached Bruce with his invention about beaming TV signals directly into the brain, but his invention was rejected. So in retaliation, he kills his abusive supervisor, Fred Stickley, and staged it as a suicide, while vowing vengeance on Bruce Wayne and becoming the Riddler. Meanwhile, Bruce Wayne falls for a criminal psychologist named Dr. Chase Meridian. One night at a circus, Two-Face decides to hijack the show and threatens to detonate a bomb if Batman doesn't reveal who he really is. Dick Grayson, the youngest member of the family of acrobats known as the Flying Graysons, managed to toss the bomb into the river, but Two-Face managed to kill his family in the process. Bruce then adopts Dick into his home at Wayne Manor, where he became his young ward. Dick wants vengeance for the death of his family, but Bruce didn't want him to join him in the crime-fighting scene. That all changed when Two-Face and Riddler teamed up, committing a series of robberies using a brainwashing device known as the Box in order to steal information from the minds of citizens of Gotham City. When Batman crashed a party that Nygma threw, he almost got killed after pursuing Two-Face, but Dick saved him. When the Riddler and Two-Face destroy the Batcave, they shoot Bruce and kidnap Chase. This led to Bruce accepting Dick as his new ally and Robin, the Boy Wonder. In the film's climax, Two-Face got a hold of Robin. The Riddler has a riddle for Batman, as Robin and Chase are trapped in tubes above is a deadly drop. However, Batman used his Batarang, destroying the brainwashing receiver, and damaged Riddler's mind while saving Robin and Chase in the process. and when Batman tosses a roll of coins, Two-Face ended up falling to his death. At the Arkham Asylum, Edward Nygma says he's Batman, as his mind is completely fucked up. As Bruce resumes his crusade as Batman, as Robin, Dick Grayson, is right beside him. With a budget of $100 million to make, Batman Forever was released on June 16, 1995, with a worldwide total of $336.6 million at the box office, the second highest grossing film of the year in the US behind Toy Story, as well as the sixth highest grossing film for the rest of the world. The movie had an awesome soundtrack featuring two hit singles, U2's Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me, and Seal's Kiss from a Rose, the latter reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and won a Grammy for Best Song the following year. My overall rating for this film is a 6 out of 10. While I praise the visuals and action sequences, I say the screenplay felt crappy. It was a total departure from the first two films. I also felt that Val Kilmer, in my humble opinion, really didn't fit the mold as Batman. As I believe, and maybe others can agree with me too, I'm not sure, that Michael Keaton played a much better Batman in the films. And I say this without speaking ill of the dead or any disrespect to Val Kilmer. By the way, may he rest in peace. I also thought casting Tommy Lee Jones instead of Billy D. Williams as Two-Face was a mistake. But if there are some bright spots, I praise Jim Carrey's role as the Riddler, the sex appeal of Nicole Kidman, and the future NCIS Los Angeles star Chris O'Donnell as his performance as Dick Grayson, aka Robin.